Greetings wherever you are. I trust this finds you in a great mood, and welcome to TSM and Project G8. And today we are going to talk about skill number 3, that is inviting and prospecting. Okay, so the first thing you have to know is that we have 3 different types of prospects. We have the hot market prospect, we have the warm market prospect, and then we have the cold market prospect. So the hot market, these are the closest people to you. Sometimes we call them the inner circle of your friends and family. These are people who know you in and out. And in most cases, these are the people who will reject you the most when it comes to this business. It is human nature. That is how it is. The quickest way to understand this is ask yourself in your family how many people have supported you, especially when you wanted to make big decisions in life that maybe would have resulted into changing your life completely, or rather would have resulted into changing your life with the purpose, or rather with the aim in mind of helping your people. So I get that this is how our families are. It is nature. That is how they are. And these are the people who will reject you at the first, especially when it comes to this opportunity. I've seen a lot of this, especially in the young people. You know, you see someone is telling you that I've consulted my parents or rather my brothers and sisters, and they told me that this doesn't work, it is not going to work, and things like that. So these are the people, that is how they are, that is their nature. So you have to understand that. If you're lucky enough, maybe you get 1 or 2 people joining your business, and maybe they get to grow with you. That is beautiful. But as of me, according to me, since I started this business opportunity, none of my hot market circle ever joined my business. They never believed in me from the very first day up to right now. When I've started succeeding, that is when they started talking to me. So that is how it happens. And then we have the warm market prospect. These are the rest of the people that you know as a result of your association. Okay, they are not a part of your inner circle, but usually these are people you are related with via associations, such as employment, such as maybe the neighbor somewhere who is not that close to you, doesn't know much about you, but you know he's there, and things like that. Okay, these are people you are associated through, such as employment, maybe your employed friends, people who help you get certain services and products and connections and things like that. These are people you know to some extent, but they're not as close to you as you would say the hot markets are. So these people, a good number of them, they might join you, and in most cases, most of them, they are not going to join your business because of that is how it is. That is the human psychology. Okay. And however, if you're lucky enough to get these people to join you in the business, then you get that they usually grow with you up to the end. Okay. And then now we have the cold market. These are the strangers out there. Now, these are the most important and most powerful people you will ever meet in the business. Because these people, they will know you without even judging you in any way, without prejudging you in any way, and they're going to believe in you. So these are the people who helped me become a millionaire, because you get that I had my closest friends, I had my warm market, and then now we had the cold market. These are strangers who believed in me based on how I conducted myself, based on how I used to talk to them. Okay, so in the network marketing world, most of the people who are going to believe in you and help you be able to achieve your financial dreams are people you've never met, are people you've never seen before, and we call them the cold market. So that is how it usually happens. Okay, now let's talk about tips on prospecting so that you can understand how this happens. Tip number 1 is emotionally detach yourself. Okay, emotionally detach yourself from your prospect. Just understand you're there for a business arrangement, and understand that there are 2 options. They might accept and they might refuse to join your team. Okay, so focus on educating your prospect. That is one most important thing you should do every time. As long as the prospect is willing to listen to you, focus on educating them, focus on giving them more information, more knowledge, more guidelines, so that they can be able to learn. The more they learn about what you're doing, about how you're doing what you're doing, the more they become inclined to be close to you, the more they see themselves becoming successful with you. Okay, because outside there, getting knowledge that will help you become successful is something that is very rare. Getting someone who will educate you on how to become successful is very rare. So one of the things that you can be able to do in order to secure, or rather be able to have your or rather increase your chances of prospecting and building a big team, is when you become a person of resourcefulness, a person who is offering knowledge and all that. The next thing is have focus, have fun, and enjoy the experience. It's usually an enjoyable thing. For me, one of the most precious things I've seen is seeing my people and my team transform from who they were to people who say that I am now confident about my future, I am happy, I know ABCD and things like that. It usually happens like that, and it's one of the most beautiful things that I've ever experienced. So have fun and enjoy the experience. It's usually exciting seeing them discover something new, seeing them discover how this and that can be done. It's usually very enjoyable. Okay, the next is do not worry about the outcome. Okay, so for me, I'm never usually worried about the outcome. What I'm mostly interested in is how much can you learn from me if we decide that we are going to work together? How far can we go with you and me if we decide that we are going to partner together? How much willing are you to put in, or rather, how much effort are you willing to put in into your business if we decide to work together? Because personally, I usually promise my people full support and mentorship. That one is usually guaranteed. So I usually want to see how far can we go. If you've decided that this is the business we are going to do, how far can the two of us go? That is what I'm usually much interested in. The next thing is stop focusing on getting a sale or a new distributor. Build relations so that you can keep exposing your prospects to more of the things we do. The more they see, the easier it will be for them to join you. Okay, so this is something very enjoyable, and that is why I like asking questions on my prospects. I like understanding them. I like finding out why do they want to join the business. I like finding out what have they learned, what forced them, or rather what pushed them to want to find out more about our business, what pushed them to want to find out what are we doing. Okay, so that way I'm able to understand the needs of this prospect. I'm able to understand the mentality of the prospect, where are his thoughts, or rather their thoughts, originating from, and what is this that is pushing them to want to become a part of us. By doing so, I get to understand how to support them so that they can be able to achieve their dreams, and so that they can be able to become a team players in our team. Okay, so those are the things I usually focus on, and emotionally detaching myself from my prospect. Okay, or rather from the results of encountering, or rather dealing with my prospects. The next thing you have to look at is bring some passion into your business. Okay, now your prospect will get excited if you are someone who is passionate, if you are someone who carries themselves with passion. Every day I wake up in the morning, I see my business as a tool to help me get to the goals in life that I want. Okay, and you get that this is something that has really propelled me. Whether I wake up on that day and I don't get results, the next day I will always wake up. Why? Because I know that practicing the same move 10,000 times makes you very lethal. Okay, it makes you very powerful. There is a quote that says, I do not fear the man who has practiced 10,000 moves once, but the man who has practiced one move 10,000 times. And it says repetition is the key to mastery, okay? Or rather, it's the roadmap to mastery. You get that the more you practice this business, the more you do it over and over and over, the more successful you become. There is another saying that says, successful people in the business world are people who failed several times until they got it right. Okay, so you need to be someone who is passionate about what you're doing. Unless you're passionate about what you're doing, you're going to quit, okay? Because it is very boring doing the same thing year in, year out until you get the results that you want. And that is now the basic of the business world. And that is why the business world is very tough for a lot of people, because a lot of people who are outside there, they're not willing to do the same thing over and over and over until they get the same results, or rather until they get the results that brought them in on board, okay? So you have to be someone who is passionate, and your prospect will also become passionate about the business if you show signs of being passionate about the same business that you're building. Okay, the next thing is your positive emotions will always translate into better results. Let me tell you something. People like someone who is joyous. People like someone who is happy by themselves. Okay, and a lot of people also do not like that, because they wonder, how is it that you can be so happy by yourself, doing your own things, you're focusing on yourself and on your growth, and you're happy? And then there are those people who are going to be like, you know what, I like this guy because he's so passionate about what he's doing, and he's so happy about what he's doing. He has positive emotions about himself, and you'll never find him, complaining and lamenting and doing things like that. He always owns up for his business and things like that. These are very good qualities that will make you self-independent, self-reliable. Okay, the next thing you have to focus on is number 3. Have a strong posture. Have a strong posture. Okay, always know that the people who are contacting them, you are doing them a favor. Always understand that you are the one who is giving them a chance and an opportunity to be able to become successful. You are doing them a favor, okay? So imagine you have the opportunity and the skills and the knowledge and the mentorship tactics that would make someone turn from zero into an extraordinary millionaire. So who has the prize in this case. It is you who is offering the opportunity, okay? So walk and talk with confidence, because you're the guy who has you're the one who has the opportunity. You're the one who carries the key to helping them be able to change their lives, okay? So the next thing is let your prospect know that you are a serious business person. I usually tell my people I'm very serious. I like doing these things on a very serious note. So and this usually translates into the moment I start contacting you, trying to find a way of how I can help you succeed, and then I notice that you're not reciprocating to the same value that I'm trying to bring on board, I usually leave you and I move to the next available person who is serious, okay? Because people will always know. The same opportunity, we meet people who take it very serious and they tell us, you know what, tomorrow I'm going to do ABCD, because they have seen you want to help them succeed. And the same opportunity, you meet other people who are not serious at all. So you have to let your prospects know that you're someone who is very serious when it comes to this business, okay? The next thing is be confident. Be bold, be strong when you're inviting your prospect to come and listen to your opportunity. Make sure that you outline your principles, or rather you outline what you're doing in a clear manner so that they get it properly, okay? Never be timid or scared of calling anyone. You have an offer that can help them and change their life completely. So do not be scared to call them and tell them that you have ABCD that is going on and you'd like them to have a look into it. And then if they like the idea, we keep on building on it. If they don't like the idea, you will try with other people somewhere else, okay? So that is what I usually tell my people. Tip number 4 is ask questions, okay? So make sure to ask questions and encourage the person to share more about themselves. This will enable you be able to learn about the objections, or rather what is preventing the person from, not being able to make the next decision, especially when it comes to this opportunity and things like that, okay? So this will help you understand their position and how you can be able to best help them with the opportunity, okay? So you get that the business itself, it gives you the power and ability to be able to succeed and understand more people. So the only way to be able to understand other people is when you start asking questions. There is a book that is called Questions Are the Answers. So the more questions you are able to ask about the person you're dealing with, the easier it becomes for you to understand their nature, for you to understand where are they coming from, for you to understand how are you going to help them or rather support them to be able to become successful in this business opportunity, okay? Because the more questions you ask about someone, the more you are able to reveal more about them and the more you are able to understand them. As it goes, you can never learn anything if you do not ask questions, okay? There's a quote that says that he who asks a question is only a fool for once, but he who assumes that they know everything is always a fool forever, okay? So do not become that fool who is a fool forever. You always keep on asking questions, keep on wanting to be that kind of a person who is curious, who wants to learn more about how you can help your prospects. I usually tell my prospects, I usually tell them that, you know what, explain to me more about yourself. I would like to know who the kind of person you are, so that I can understand you, so that I can understand how to help you. Explain to me, talk to me as a 5-year-old, so that I can get to understand you much better. This one helps me be able to understand my prospect, be able to understand my business partners, and this one you get that it enables me be able to create a plan that favors them and a plan that helps them be able to become successful in this business opportunity, okay? Tip number 5, do not convince, okay? Do not convince any person, do not convince. For me, once I've realized that I'm giving you all the information to help you make a decision, and then you are becoming resistant, or rather you're saying that this is not a business you can do, I usually leave you. Because I cannot change your mind. You've already changed your mind. You've already made a decision for yourself that you're not going to do this. So for me, I usually consider it as a waste of time trying to tell you the importance of the business. Yet, you are seeing that there are people who are changing. Okay, so you get that people who make such kind of decisions, they have their own reasons as to why they are doing that. And we are facing grown-ups. We are talking to grown-ups. And once a grown-up has made a decision that they don't want to do this and that, there's nothing you can do to change that. It's like you've seen kids whenever they reach age 18, age 19, age 20, and they are mature enough and they start making decisions. And your parent will tell you, do this because of ABCD. He has been there, he has already experienced a number of things, but you wouldn't want to do that because of maybe your personal own reasons and experiences. Now, since you're an adult, we can't beat you, we can't cane you, we can't force you. We just let you make your own decisions. And because of that, I usually tell people that, you know what, you're dealing with grown-ups, you're not dealing with kids. Okay, you're dealing with grown-ups who understand their value, or rather who understand whatever they are doing outside here, so you cannot convince them. Okay, so the first point is, if you got to convince someone, have a normal business discussion about improving their financial situation and changing their lives, then you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time, okay? Your job is to find the interested people who are open-minded, who have reached a decision in life that they want to find a better way to change their situation. That is your work. Your work is to find these people and you tell them that, you know what, brother and sister, or rather, you know what, gentleman, or rather, do you know what, my friend, I have this. Now you've reached to someone who is going to help you. I have the plan, I have the skills, I know how to get you there, and this is what is going to help you, okay? So that is your job. Your job is to find the person who is interested and who is open-minded, and your work is to help them be able to succeed in this business opportunity, okay? So tip number 6 is be in a hurry, okay? Be in a hurry. Don't talk so much. That is the first point. Don't talk too much. Remember, people like someone who, it is human nature, or rather, according to the human psychology, they say that human fall in love, or rather become attached to people who are busy, people who already have something going on, because they usually believe, according to the human psychology, is that someone who is always having something going on or already understands a number of things about creating success, or rather about evolving, or rather not really evolving, or rather existing in the current society. So if you find someone in this current society who has something going on, who has ABCD that is doing, who has goals that is chasing, this is someone who has a sense of direction in life, and people usually become attached to that kind of a person, okay? It is psychologically attractive to appear busy. That is, if indeed you're busy. And people will always know if indeed you're busy, okay? People will always know if indeed you're busy, and they become attached to you. They always want to learn more from you. They always want to see what is his next move. What is he going to do today, and things like that, okay? Your prospects will respect you more, respect your time more, and ask for fewer questions when they feel that you are in a hurry, or rather when they feel that you have something going on, something important, something busy, because you've got a business to conduct. If your conversation with your prospect is more than 5 to 10 minutes about the same subject, that is a clue that you are talking too much. This is also not the time for chatting up with your family or friends. It is time for business. You're not chatting up with the prospect as if you are in business with them, okay? You're not chatting up with your prospect as if, he's your child, or rather is your mother, or is your father. No, you're there for a business meeting. You're there to conduct yourself in a business manner. So straight to the point, very brief, explain to them this and this is what they need to do, and then after that, you're gone, okay? Because give them time to also be able to internalize. And you get that people like us, we are having a very big team. We're having so many people to conduct. I might be there answering your questions in your inbox, or rather in your message, or rather in your WhatsApp inbox, and yet I have so many other people who are also waiting for me to respond to them in a like manner. So you get that most of the leaders you're going to meet in this business, usually their time is usually very precious. And sometimes you might meet, it happens like that you might meet some leaders who don't even have time for you, and sometimes you might meet some leaders who have enough time for you. So that is what usually happens, okay? So be this kind of a person who is able to understand, and then you also get that the moment you're also going to join the business at one point, you're going to become a mentor, and the moment you become a mentor, your time is going to become very precious. The moment your time becomes precious, you get that you'll also be having a very big team. The same thing is also going to apply to you, okay? So keep that in mind and learn how to use that. And this comes down to another point. Whenever you're building in this business, do not give your time to every person. Only give your time to the people who deserve it. And the more you do this business, the more you will come to learn human behavior in this business, the more you'll come to understand how your team behaves and how your team responds to the business itself and how to build a business. And this will enable you, or rather will help you be able to know who deserves your time in this business, okay? So those are some of the few things that you need to keep on, okay? Now, point number 7 is alternative choice approach, okay? Alternative choice approach simply means you have more than one way of building the business. According to us in Project G8, we can send you for a physical training, that is the first thing. We can send you for a Zoom or Google Meet training, that is the next thing. We can give you content or materials in your WhatsApp. We can also send you to relevant sources where you can be able to learn more about our business. And then we can also send you to our website. Those are about 5 ways of learning. And then we can also send you to our main offices, that is our headquarters offices, so that you can be able to learn. Those are so many ways of learning the business, or rather being able to build a business. So sometimes you might get there is someone who is too busy. Maybe at the time he's free, that is at 2 a.m., that is the time you're sleeping. You give them any of the other ways of being able to learn about the business. So we have different alternative choices, and this increases our chances to be able to become successful. Apart from that, you also get that we are not building the business only in one country. We have so many countries have created enough materials to help you be able to grow. If you want to build people from the Western side, we have materials for that. If you want to build people from the Asian continent, we have materials for that. If you want to build people from the rest of the world, or rather the rest of Africa, we have materials for that. So I've already diversified the way through which you can be able to build a business. Why? So that way I am able to increase your chances of becoming successful. If you get someone from Nigeria, someone from Togo, someone from Ghana, someone from South Africa, Zambia, Nigeria, South Sudan, all those countries, we have individuals who can be able to succeed. Congo and all those countries, Angola, Botswana and things like that. We have been able to have created all the necessary materials to help you diversify your choices of approach, okay? So provide meeting options. Always give at least one or at least two options when suggesting a time to meet, or rather when suggesting on how to build on your people in terms of the skills, in terms of helping them understand the business and so forth. This one enables you to be able to diversify your chances of increasing your success in this business opportunity, okay? Never ask when can we meet, okay? So this applies for people who are going to do what we call a physical training and reappointments. Lead the conversation. Tell them that you are available at this time. This is the only time that you're available, and you're asking them to pick a certain time from that moment. Or rather, the next way, the other way of doing it is you can ask them, especially if these are people in the corporate world, you can usually ask them, when are you usually free from your work schedule? They'll tell you, I'm usually free from 7 p.m. up to 5 a.m. the next day. And then you can tell them, I will create time at 8 p.m. sharp. Are you going to be available for a reappointment or for a brief meeting that will last for maybe 20 minutes or 30 minutes or 40 minutes? And then they have to either tell you yes or no. If maybe they say no, you can look into your work schedule and then tell them, the only time I'm also going to be free apart from 8 p.m. is at 11 p.m. Okay, the same day in the evening. Are you going to be available? If they are not available, and then you now reschedule, you tell them, now this is the only time I'm free. We can check on it the next day or the day after. That is how you become a person you control the conversation. You are in charge of the conversation, okay? So you keep that in mind. So that you can, tell them when you are available at a specific time, and then set up the meeting with them. That is how you are able to close more sales with yourself, okay? So tip number 8, compliment. So treat your prospect with respect and dignity. I usually do that. I usually tell my prospect, thank you so much for your time, or rather I appreciate, thank you for your time. Thanks for going through this and that. Thank you for updating me. Thank you for letting me know that is the challenge. In fact, most of the times I usually contact them and I ask them, are you facing any challenges here and there? Or are you experiencing any problem? And things like that. This helps me be able to understand, or rather be able to learn on how to build on them, okay? So you get that by doing so, you are able to align your prospect and get closer to them. They come to understand that you're there to help them. For me, that is what I usually tell them. I'm just here to help you. I'm here to help you first. Once you've learned what is supposed to be done, once you've learned on how to get to a level that is going to empower you to become successful, and then we can work on other things, okay? So treat your prospect with respect and with dignity. Number 2. Point 2 is compliment everyone you talk to. Thank them for their time. Thank them for the effort they're trying to put in to be able to learn about the business. Compliment lowers the degree of resistance and rejection in your business, okay? So this one enables you to be able to build a bigger bond with your prospects. It enables you to be able to get closer to your prospects, and it helps you be able to create a successful life with them, because you get that by the time you're complimenting your prospects, in their mind, they come to understand that you are a person who understands the efforts they're trying to put forward to be able to succeed with the business. So learn the power of complimenting and getting to tell your prospect that you value their time, you value their efforts, you value their presence, you value whatever they're trying to do as they try to advance to becoming successful in the business. That is how you're able to do it, and that is how you're able to create more rapport and build on more people to grow with you. Okay, so let's look at on tips of complementing your cold market prospects. And these tips, you got them from GoPro. Already I sent, or rather, if you want the GoPro book, you can get it, and you also have the audio version of the GoPro book. So if you're someone who is too busy, who cannot be able to read a book, you can listen to the audio version over and over and over again, and that way you'll be able to learn more about building the business. Okay, so these are some of the cold market compliments you can give to your cold market prospect. And as we said, cold market prospect, these are strangers that you have not met. These are people you are meeting for your first time, and you're trying to build a bond with them so that you can be able to grow with them. So this is one of the compliments. I have noticed you are a sharp person. Do you keep your career options open? So maybe let's say you have gone, maybe you found these people on social media platforms, and you are able to review through their work, whatever they are posting, and you liked the idea, or rather you liked how they are posting, or rather what they are doing, and you approach them and you tell them, I have noticed you are a sharp person. Do you keep your career options open? The moment maybe they say yes, now from there, now you can be able to build on more conversation with them. Remember, the main purpose of being able to prospect, we have what we call a form method. You ask about family, you ask about occupation, you ask about their recreation, and then you present the opportunity. F in form stands for family, and then occupation, and then recreation, and then opportunity. You ask them, how is your family doing? And then you ask them, what are you doing currently? Do you enjoy your work? Do you see yourself doing the same thing you're doing right now in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years? If you do the same thing you're doing right now in the next 5 years to 10 years, are you going to be able to achieve your dreams, your financial goals, and things like that? What you're doing today, is it going to enable you to take a bigger step into the next point in your life, and things like that? And then you ask them, recreation. Do you enjoy what you're doing? Is it giving you free time? Is it giving you more time to be able to create more success for yourself? Are you being able to enjoy your work and enjoy your life as you build on your work, and things like that? And then now the last one is now when you give them opportunity. Okay, you give them the opportunity, and then you ask them now, in case maybe according to what you've said, maybe I can see you want something extra to help you change your life. Now I have an opportunity here that can change you can have a look into, and this opportunity will be able to help you understand and revolutionize the way through which you're going to change your life. Is this something you'd want to look into? If yes, this is my phone number, kindly contact me on WhatsApp, and then from there we can be able to proceed. That is how you take the form method to be able to help them. Okay, and then now we have the next compliment here. Wow, you are a sharp person. What kind of work are you in? These are what we call icebreakers when it comes to conversations. Okay, the next point is, I've enjoyed dealing with you and appreciate your service. Have you ever thought of moving into networking for yourself? Okay, so maybe this is someone you've met, and maybe they are in the corporate world, and maybe they are doing something into sales, or maybe they're a doctor, or they are a dentist, and things like that. You have ever interacted with them. You're meeting them for the first time, and you want to create a rapport, you want to create a bond with them so that you can introduce them into the business. This is how you approach them. I've enjoyed dealing with you in the past few days, or rather I like your services and whatever you're doing. And then you ask them, have you ever thought of networking, or rather building something for yourself that will take care of you even when you're not there in the near future? And then whatever they respond, you keep on building on them. I usually say, if you talk to someone and they're not interested, give them a book to read. Give them a book to read so that they can be able to learn more. Okay, so that is what you keep in mind. Now the next is warm market compliments. We said warm market, these are people who are not in your inner circle, but you know them through association. Okay, so this is what you can say: you're one of the most intelligent people I've known over the years, and I could use your opinion on something. So maybe this is where you're asking someone about the opinion about your business. Okay, so here, this is how you approach it. You have a business opportunity, you have already joined our team, you understand how the opportunity occurs, but you're wondering, how do I talk to my friends so that they can learn about the business? So you can approach this person, or you can approach this friend, and you tell them, you know what, you're one of the people that you're one of the most intelligent people I've known over the years, and I could use your opinion on something. I have this business opportunity that I'm working, and I don't know if I made the right decision. Could you kindly check it out for me and advise me on a sincere note? And then you send them the presentation. Tell them, this is what I've decided that I'm going to do in the next maybe 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. I would like your advice on it. They're going to tell you their sincere opinion. If these people, they are really truly good to you, they will go through the business opportunity, they will look into it, and then they will tell you their sincere opinion. And then from there now on, you've already presented the business opportunity to them, and they will keep on watching you to see if you're going to be accountable. Maybe if you guys discussed and you told this individual that, you know what, I've joined this opportunity and I want to see, or rather I want to commit to making maybe let's say 2 million Kenyan shillings, or maybe let's say 3 million Kenyan shillings in the next 2 years. Okay, so something like that. That is how you're able to introduce them to the business. Okay, the next point is, I've always noticed how open-minded you are about new ideas. I would like to run something by you, and then you can give me a feedback, or rather you can give me your opinion about this. I met this opportunity, or rather there's this opportunity I'm working on. It's in the network marketing industry, and I would like your sincere opinion on it. Could you kindly help me make a decision so that maybe you can help me be able to come into a conclusion about this opportunity? That is how you go ahead with the conversation. Okay, and the next point is, I'm looking into a new business, and since you are already a successful business person, I'd love if you'd give me your take on this opportunity that I'm working on. And then you send them the presentation, and then maybe you can follow through with a small audio presentation we tell them this is what we are doing. We have expanded into different countries. The person who introduced me, I was encouraged, rather I was convinced, or rather I became more understand, or rather I understood the opportunity because of ABCD and because of the way this person shared with me about the business, and I decided to become a part of it. I would like you to tell me, as someone who is successful, am I making the right decision here, or am I going to waste time and things like that? That you're doing that so that they can give you opinion, and this will help you be able to either learn or rather be able to either get them learning more about the business. So that is how you do it. Okay. The next point is, I've always appreciated your support over the years. I have this idea that I would like you to look into, and then you can inform me if I'm making the right decision when it comes to my career and things, something like that. Okay. So the other one is, you are always so positive. I do appreciate and thank you for the support you have given me over the years. And recently, I started a business that is changing, or rather turning ordinary people into extraordinary millionaires. I look forward to sharing more information with me. However, if you notice that maybe there is something that I'm doing, since you're someone who is more experienced than me, you can always be able to alert me and advise me so that I can be able to change one or two or three things. Here's the presentation to the business that I'm working on. Kindly review it so that you can be able to maybe help me, or rather be able to advise me based on your wealth of knowledge. That is how you break the ice with these people who are above you. Okay. The next thing is that I know you're business smart and can find the loopholes, or rather the holes in any opportunity. Can I discuss an opportunity I'm looking into with you so that you can advise me based on your knowledge and understanding about the business world? So here you are telling them that they are very keen people, they are very strict people, they are very sharp people who are very careful in whatever they do. And you're telling them that you have an opportunity that you're going to join. And since they are this type of people who have all these qualities and traits to help anyone become successful, you're asking them that can they give you an opinion based on their knowledge, based on their strictness, based on them being business smart. Can they give you some advice about the network marketing business you're in after they have reviewed it? So you're doing that to get them to watch the presentation so that they can understand the presentation, so that now they can advise you based on what they have seen and based on the knowledge they have in the business world. Okay, so that is one smart way of getting them to check your business opportunity and also to be able to build a rapport with them. Okay, the next thing is, I've always admired how sharp you are and how you seem to see what others don't. And because of this, I would like you to help me see, probably, maybe, or maybe you can go like this. And because of that, I would like you to help me see if I'm missing something on this in this opportunity. I started this campaign, and then you can give your own story. That it's always very powerful to give a story. So you can say, during my free time, I went online in search of an opportunity that I can be able to build on, that can supplement my income, because I realized that if I continue doing what I'm doing right now, I'm not going to progress in the next 1 or 2 or 3 years. And I met this amazing opportunity, a group of individuals who are building on a business that is helping them be able to gain health freedom and financial freedom and time freedom. And I decided to look into the idea, and I find it so interesting. Now, because I admire how sharp you are, okay? So you started with this sentence. So now that is how you play it and how you seem to see what other people don't see. I would like you to tell me if there are loopholes in this business opportunity before I fully commit into it, so that you can also help me with advice and as I'm working on achieving my goals in the next 1 or 2, 3 or 4 years. That is, you frame it very nicely and you approach people in this manner, and you get that these are some of the warm market compliments you can use to be able to support them. So when you just use the compliments alone, you are talking to that person and complimenting them. When you use these compliments the way they are and you add something to it, you are complimenting the person and also encouraging them, or rather informing them, or rather making them be aware that there is an opportunity you're working on and you would like them to have a look into it. So that is how it goes, okay? So now, sample invitations and prospecting scripts. So here we have a number of sample invitation and prospecting scripts, and I want us to go through them so that we can understand how can you use these to talk to someone and invite that person to come and listen to a business opportunity. Okay, so these are, the first one is, would you be open to something outside of what you are doing for income? Okay, so maybe this is someone who is employed, who is working, maybe let's say as an employee somewhere, and you are approaching them. You are asking them if they could be open-minded to look into something that can help them be able to add more income avenues apart from what they are doing. And maybe they ask you, maybe I'm too busy, you can tell them, okay, we have a part-time plan for individuals like you. You can be able to work, maybe let's say, you can be able to build on this business, maybe like say 1 hour every single day, 2 hours every single day, maybe 10 hours, 15 hours every week, 20 hours every week. And then once the opportunity gets to a point where it is giving you the same income as the one that you're receiving from your employment section, or rather from the other thing that you're doing, you can keep on building on this business opportunity. Once the income from this business opportunity surpasses what you're earning from the other side, you can now retire from the other side, and then you can build on this business on full time. Okay, so something like that. Okay, the next point is, have you ever thought about finding a way to earn part-time income to supplement your job? Okay, so this is a very smart way of approaching people who are employed in the corporate world, and you're doing this with the aim of telling them that what you have is something they can incorporate into what they are already doing, and they can build what you have on a part-time basis together with what they are doing to help them be able to increase their income avenues. Okay, every person, there is a quote I saw that says that for you to be able, every millionaire has more than 7 income avenues. Okay, so you have to keep that in mind. Now, the next point is, would you be interested in starting a business part-time and work towards replacing your full-time income in the next maybe 1 or 2 or 3 years' time? This is a very smart way of making them awake, okay? So you're asking them, already they have something that is going on, and then you're asking them, would you be interested in starting a second, or rather a business on a part-time basis? And then I'm going to support you to build on the business. I'm going to be with you to guide you, to mentor you. We have a support system. You've seen, if you're listening to these trainings, to these YouTube videos that I'm having, or rather to these training sessions that I've prepared, and you've been doing the business, you will understand the kind of support system I have put, or rather have deployed in our team. Okay, so you're asking this person that you have an offer they can build on part-time basis as they work wherever they are, and then this opportunity that they're working on part-time basis, at one point in time, it's going to open them into, it's going to help them be able to succeed, be able to replace their income. Okay, so that is how you do it. The next way you can be able to approach them, is, I run a business that is currently expanding in your area. Are you open to a new opportunity, or rather, are you open to a new career opportunity that will enable you to revolutionize your financial life, or rather your financial targets, or rather a business that will help you to be able to change and help you be able to increase your finances and things like that? That is how you break the ice. And they might ask you, how are you doing that? Can you tell me more about that? That is how you approach these people. And these scripts, you can use them anywhere. Okay, so another way you can be able to approach them is, would you be all open to a side project if it didn't interfere with what you're doing currently, and if it contributed to helping you be able to increase your income? Okay, so you can ask them like this, or you can ask them like this and add something on top. Make it very brief, straight to the point, 1 or 2 or 3 lines. Do not explain a lot of things. That is how it is. Okay, so here you're trying to capture the attention of your prospect, or rather the person that you're talking to. Okay, so that is how you go it. The next point is, we call this the indirect approach. And then this is how you can go. Who do you know that might be interested in adding a new income stream into their lives? So maybe you've talked to the person and you've realized this person is someone who is offering you some rejection and some resistance. You can always know someone, if the person is open-minded to the idea, you can always know. And then now you've seen that this person is not going to like my offer, so I need an indirect approach. So what you do here is you ask them if they know that there is someone who might want an opportunity that can change their lives. And what this usually does is that psychologically, humans do not like to be left out from something great. So you're talking to them right there and then, but you're asking them if they know of someone whom you are interested in, and you're asking them if that other person they know might want an opportunity that could change their lives. And this simply tells them that if this guy is willing to use me to talk to someone else so that someone else can be able to succeed in this business opportunity, then there is no need of missing it. I do not want to miss it. You'll get some of them will ask you, give me the opportunity I see before I can decide to maybe recommend somebody. That is how they usually do it. Okay, so the next thing is that you can have here another script. Do you keep your options open when it comes to earning an income, or rather when it comes to earning income, or rather when it comes to earning an extra source of income, or rather when it comes to building another source of income? And then they will tell you either yes or a no. If someone tells you no, you'd ask them, why would you be, or rather why would you say that? Maybe they'll tell you, I'm not interested, I have this and that. Maybe they'll tell you, I'm too busy. If someone usually tells me I'm too busy, and then I ask them, do think if you keep on doing what you're doing in the next 10 or 20 years, are you going to have a free future, or rather are you going to retire peacefully as someone who is free? And then you will listen to what they tell you. That is why questions are very important, okay? The next point is you can ask them this way. Do you have an interest in learning how to make money at home, in a home business? Do you have an interest in learning how to make money in a home business? So here, when you're talking about working from home or a home business, this is something you can do during your free time. You're relaxed, you seated there, and then you've already done everything, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, and you're just rested there. You've already cleared your daily schedule. Now, that time that you're rested doing nothing productive, maybe you're just doing something for recreation, why can't you convert that time and use it to be able to create an extra source of income, and you will use this income to make your life more comfortable? Why can't you do that? So why can't you do that? So that is why now you're asking them, hi, I'd like you to, do you have an interest in learning how to make money in a home business? So that is how you approach them, okay? The next point is, hey, I'd like you to come and check it out, and check out a new business that I'm doing. I would love your support just to come and check it out, so that in case I'm making a mistake, you can advise me, okay? You can even tell them, hi, I have maybe few friends, and there is something that I'm working on, and based on how I've known you, you're one of the people that I believe you can give me a sincere and genuine opinion on a business that I'm working on. Can you have a look into it, and then you advise me? Or maybe you tell me if this is something good that I'm working on. So that is how you approach them. That is how you break the ice, okay? So look at these pointers. For close friends, you do not have to put in a big sales job, or rather a big sales deal. Just a close friend, you can just approach them. You can tell them, hey bro, I'm working out on this business opportunity, and I would like you to advise me if this is a good plan, or I would like you to check on it and maybe tell me your sincere opinion, okay? And then be non-pushy, be non-selly, be non-hypey. Don't push these people. Don't push them. If someone tells you that I'm not interested in it, or rather I don't think I'm interested into looking into that idea. Maybe someone tells you I'm too busy. You can just ask them, are you going to be free to help me make a decision? If they say no, I'm still too busy, I'm working on this, I just tell them, I understand, thank you very much. You don't worry, I'm going to work it out. I'm going to see how to work it out, okay? So don't be non-salesy. You're not there to put there a very big sales pitch, okay? You try to create relations. That is why it is called network marketing. Network marketing simply means you connect with the people, you network, and then you share with them the idea that you are doing. Don't be non-hypey. Hypey means you're telling these people, look at this gentleman who joined yesterday. She has already made 20,000, 50,000 Kenyan shillings today. There are some things which are not practical. There are people who are outside here, they have done ABCD, they have seen other people doing ABCD, and they know just how fast it is for you to succeed in a certain field, okay? So unless you're willing to do this, the hyping, unless you have concrete evidence, bank statements, what you earned yesterday, today, and what you're going to earn tomorrow, and what you've been earning in the past 1 or 2 or 3 years, then it is going to be very hard the moment you start hyping them. And let me tell you something, people will always know when you're hyping them. The moment you start hyping them, they avoid you, they reject you, they put your opportunity down. They do not want to be hyped all the time and be told that it is going this way. You're increasing anxiety and that kind of pressure in them. It is not a good thing. So just do the business the right way. And this is something I've seen most of our leaders are doing, okay? Hyping people. It's not good, okay? The next thing is you can use the if and I technique, okay? To invite someone to come and see your business plan. So how does the if and I technique go? Or how does the if I technique go? So this is the if and I technique. It goes like this. If I gave you a video presentation to watch, would you watch it? If I showed you, this is the second one, if I showed you a business idea you can do part-time, would you consider it? The third one, if I invited you to a financial literacy talk, would you attend? Would you show up? That is how it goes. See how there is no begging here. You are in control, okay? So it reveals that you have value, but that value, you are not releasing it until they commit, until they show that they are going to be interested, until they show that they are going to commit into wanting to learn about your value. Because there's a quote that goes like this, okay? Success is not free. You have to pay for it. It has a price, okay? It says freedom is not free. You have to pay attention. Success is not free. You have to pay attention. And they say freedom is not free. You have to work on it, okay? You have to fight for it. For you to become free in this life, you must work for it, Okay, you must be ready to build on it. So when you're asking people these 3 questions here that you see on the screen, or rather when you ask these people these 3 questions that I've been able to read to you, it shows that you have value, but you're not willing to give this value for free. You're not desperate to give this value for free. So you're asking them, if they commit to ABC, you're going to give them the value. And you're asking them in a very polite and sweet manner. So that is how you do it, okay? So next, the questions that what is this all about? The question that many people will ask you this question, what is it all about? Okay, so this is my advice. This is a very common question that people do not know how to handle. Remember, your work during prospecting and inviting is to guide them through so that you can send those who are interested to either attend a physical training, to either attend a Zoom session, or review through our video materials that we have strategically placed in different places, okay? So your work is not to present the business at this stage, okay? The script you can use to answer this question can go like this. So you can tell them that we are running a business and entrepreneurship program on wealth creation and poverty eradication. At the moment, I cannot be able to tell you much details because I have a number of engagements to sort, and since I'm also committed somewhere. However, I decided to spare you a few minutes to reach out to you to inform you about our program. Okay, so you're explaining yourself and you tell them that I decided to spare a few minutes to reach out to you. Okay, and then you go on like this. The best way to get all the information about our financial plan before making a decision is through learning. Our top official are waiting to share more information about you. That is why attending our session is one of the most important, or rather, that is why putting in the effort to attend our session is one of the most important ways so that you can get the training right from the horse's mouth. I do understand you are eager to learn, and we look forward to working with you and our team. Is this something fine by you? Okay. So you can talk to them like this. This works especially when you're inviting them to a physical training. If they say, maybe it depends with how you've introduced them from the beginning up to where you are, and then they ask you, you tell me, what is this all about? This is what you can approach them. If maybe you want to direct this person to your mentor or your upline, you can tell them, we are running this business in different places. You can just explain like that, and then you get the best way to help you get all the information about our financial freedom. I would like you to contact our mentor who is ready to mentor you. His name is Osinde John, and this is his phone number. Kindly send him a message on WhatsApp. He is always available to help us through, and tell him you have been sent by so and so. And then from there, he will take you through and he will help you be able to answer all the questions that you have. And then when this person contacts me, I will know how to take it from there, okay? So these are very beautiful scripts. You can be able to use it. Now, let's refresh this script that you're seeing here. So this script that you see here is for someone you have been talking to and you want to invite them for a physical training. To attend a physical training, or rather to attend an online meeting, okay? So let's see, how do you direct this person, the same person, to contact your upline, to contact your mentor, so that your mentor can help this person be able to understand the business. So let's go to the next slide and see how that is done. Great, so you can now direct them now to your mentor, and this is how you go. This is how you answer. Maybe he has asked you, what is this all about? And you've noticed that this prospect is he needs more information from you, and you do not have the time, or rather you do not have the necessary knowledge on how to do that. Then this is how you go. You tell them, that is a great question. As I mentioned, we are running a business and entrepreneurship program on wealth creation and poverty eradication. At the moment, I cannot be able to tell you much details because I have a number of engagements to sort since I'm also committed somewhere. However, I decided to spare a few minutes to reach out to you to inform you about the program that we are having. As a result, I would like to directly connect you to my mentor, rather with my mentor, who is more knowledgeable than me. He is the one who has contributed to my mentorship and growth in this business. Kindly contact him through his WhatsApp, and then you give the number. You give the number with the country code +254 700 841 219. That is my number. His name is Osinde John. Just inform him that you have been sent by. You write there your name, and he will guide you through. He will guide you through. Okay, and then you ask this guy, is this fine by you? And then he will say yes, and then you tell him, okay, that is good. You talk to him, and then kindly do keep me updated. Now, this individual will save my number, and then from there, you will see them contacting me on my WhatsApp. Once they reach to my WhatsApp, I take them to the next step. And that is how we are able to grow with this individual. So that is how you deal with What is it all about? Tell me more. I have more questions. That is how you deal with it, okay? Now, that marks the end of our business presentation, and I believe you've been able to learn about talking to these individuals. I believe that you now understand about skill number 3 on how to invite and do your prospecting, okay? So keep on practicing these skills, and the more you do them, the easier it will become for you to be able to succeed with them. You can get more of these, or rather in a practical nature, in the book called Eric Ware, that is GoPro by Eric Ware. Apart from that, I also have my own book that I've created for our team. It's called How to Get It Done, okay? So it's about, I'm still editing the book right now. I'm doing the third edition of the book. It's about 300 pages, and it explains everything that you need to get to learn about the business opportunity, okay? So that is how you get to build a business, and I believe you've learned 1 or 2 or 3 things. And feel free to use these whatever knowledge that you've learned to help you be able to succeed, okay? So up to this level, I wish you all the best, and let's meet in the next session. Ciao.